Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We seek the blessing of Radha Mata, of Radha Shamsudra, Radha Damodar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Ramachandra Bhagavan, Singhadev, Gaunitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, continuing on with the Damodar Leela, we left it at on Friday when Krishna was caught and Yashoda Mai was giving him a bit of a telling off. And Krishna was a little bit miffed by her comments about um, him being associating with the monkeys and behaving like the monkeys. So, text number 12 of 9th chapter, 10th canto. Mother Yashoda was always overwhelmed by intense love for Krishna, not knowing who Krishna was or how powerful he was. And they don't even care. Krishna may be God, he may not be God, but actually he is my son. That is the overpowering uh, feeling that they have towards Krishna. He may be God. He does amazing things, and amazing things happen around him. Crazy things happen around him as well. Demons come and give him a hard time, but he overpowers them. But to them, it didn't matter. The more important thing was he's our son, he's our Gopa, he's our friend, that was the most important part of that relationship. And Krishna loves that because he doesn't like it when people focus on his divinity, because that's not him. He is divine, he is the Supreme Lord. But his overall mood, his overwhelming mood, is of a cowherd boy. That's what he. That's what he's wants to be loved for, not loved because he's God. That's beside the point. And Bijbasis, it is beside the point because they have this incredible feeling for Krishna, whether he's God or not. Beside the point. Because of maternal affection for Krishna, she never even cared to know who he was. Didn't matter. Therefore, when she saw that her son had become excessively afraid, she threw the stick away and desired to bind him so that he would not commit any further naughty activities. The audacity of it. Yashoda Mai wanted answers. So the mother said, how was the churn broken? She's inquisitive. Well, Krishna says, really smart. Act of God did it, mother. It was your karma. He's only a 2-year-old boy. Yashodamai was amazed. Where did he get such ideas from? His mother asks him, yes, yeah, yes. Oh, yes, of course. And who gave the butter to the monkeys? Was that God too? Krishna says, he replies, well, ultimately the same Lord who created them also directed me to feed them. Mother, could you not wait to enjoy the butter until after it was offered to God? Or do you think you are God? Or is the butter more tasty when it is stolen and unoffered? How could she see? He is God. Staring at the ground, Krishna drew lines in the sand with his toes. What could he say? Yes, I am God. Who'd believe him? I'm sure that I wouldn't believe him. But he is God. And he is enjoying what she has made. It is prashad. It's offered to him. And this would be our success. All the times that we offer to God, to the Lord Krishna, the bhoga that we make, if just once he eats it, accepts it, our life is successful. We do it every day, 2-3 times a day. Just once he accepts it, we have achieved success. Of course, it's not so easy to get him to accept it. Our love has to be there, and he will check it out before he accepts. Seeing his confusion, Yashoda Mai's heart melted. Be good now. Tell me the truth. No more stories. Krishna looked up and marveled at the beauty of Yashoda Mai, and Yashoda Mai similarly was marveling at his beauty and cheeky nature. Krishna, well, mother, you ran to save the boiling milk, and your anklet struck the churn and pierced it. Why blame me? Thereafter, Krishna continues, the Lord inspired some monkeys to raid your storeroom. It wasn't me. And steal its contents. Why fault me? Why are you blaming me? This is the supreme personality, the absolute truth, telling lies. Isn't that incredible? Yashoda Mai was mesmerized by Krishna's eloquence. Even though every word was a lie, but she wanted to hear more. So Krishna continues, then, as I was trying to save the yogurt from the monkeys, you attacked me with a stick, treating me as if I was a common thief. I was trying to save the yogurt, which the monkeys pinched. But you came after me. Without pity, you chased me like a shadow, even though I was frightened to death. So this is Krishna turning it on its head and putting the blame back onto mother. The mother says, though you're born in an aristocratic family, by befriending monkeys, you have taken on their qualities. Wow. There it was again, Krishna compared to the monkeys. Krishna says to his mother, Mother, if you think I'm a monkey, maybe I should go to the forest and live with my monkey friends. Ooh. Yashodamai was shocked. Things were going too far. Who knows? This boy might just do what he's saying. Mother says to Krishna, I will tie you down right here, right now, so that I can return to the house and clean up the mess you made. Krishna couldn't believe what he heard. She's going to what? Oh, Rohini Devi, where have you gone with my brother? Oh, Balaram, come quickly. Mother wants to tie me up. Help, help. Who else can God turn to? Although Rohini and Balaram were too far to hear Krishna's call, it did not fall on false ears, or deaf ears, sorry. The elderly ladies came running, but jokingly goaded Yashodamai to punish the boy. How many times we have complained about the havoc your son creates in our homes, and you constantly ignore us. Now he has plundered your own home, and you finally see the light of day. Let us help you punish him. Mother agreed. He must be tied down. The ladies, as well as the demigods, were amazed at the audacity of Yashoda Mai. How could she do that? Tying up the Lord. So, text number 13 and 14. The Supreme Personality Godhead has no beginning and no end, no exterior, no interior, no front, no rear. In other words, he's all-pervading. Because he is not under the influence of the element of time, for him, there is no difference between past, present, and future. Time serves him. He's not controlled by time. We are completely under the control of time. A moment gone is lost forever. And a moment that comes, it means we will have less moment in this world, in this body. But time doesn't have that same impact on the Lord. Time serves him. He controls time. So there's no difference between past, present, future. This is really hard to understand for us. But this is what is described in the Bhagavad Puran. He exists in his own transcendental form at all times. So he doesn't take a material body like we have. Being absolute beyond relativity, he is free from distinctions between cause and effect, although he is the cause and effect of everything. So although he is the cause of it, he's not affected by this world. He causes it. He's the effect of it, but he's not affected by it. That unmanifested person who is beyond the perception of the senses has now appeared as a human child. And Mother Yashoda, considering him her own ordinary child, bound him to the wooden mortar with a rope. So the demigods, they were saying things like this: how extraordinary this Gopi is, although she has seen her son's supernatural powers. Because when he was 6 days old, he killed Putana. When he was, I think, 3 months, he destroyed Trinavarta and also the cart demon. But she still has plans to tie him up. Yashoda Mai required two things to tie up Krishna: an anchor and a rope. Near the entrance to the courtyard lay the mortar which Krishna had used to sit on and feed the monkeys. Oh, he was incredulous. How can she even think about tying me to this mortar? Yashoda Mai, however, made her intentions very clear. Taking him the few steps to the mortar, she was going to bind Krishna to the mortar. Since you're so fond of mortars, I will marry you to this one. So he used the mortar to sit on while he was feeding the monkeys. He used the mortar to get into, well, once he was in the storeroom, he used the mortar to get to the pots of yogurt. So Mother Yashoda is saying, okay, you're really fond of mortars. There you go. I'll marry you to one. Okay, now for the rope. With the graceful movement of her left hand, she took a golden cord that bound her braid at its root from her hair. She thought about what part of him to bind. His hands and feet are too small. He would be able to wiggle free, best at the waist around the belly, as his chubby behind, this is really cheeky, and scheming head would not allow the rope to slip free. Yashodamai giggled. Krishna was not amused. Krishna thought, both time and death for me. Does she not? Both time and death are me, right? He is time, he is death. Does she not? Does she not know this? No, she doesn't. Krishna has no beginning, nor does he have an end. Yet her motherly affection did not allow Yashodamai to think of Krishna as infinite. So her mood as mother overpowered everything else. The first cord was obviously too short for his waist, so she took another from her hair, but realized she would need something for the mortar as well. It wasn't just the belly she was trying to get around, it was the wooden mortar. Many Brijvasis were watching this amazing event unfold. Yashodamai spotted two of her maidservants, Kurangavati and Lavangvati. She ordered them to bring some soft, smooth rope from the house in a hurry. They ran into the house, quickly brought two churning ropes for Yashodamai. The gopis assisted Mother and tied the four ropes together. Mother attempted, with the help of Lavanga, tried to put the rope around the waist and the mortar. Krishna still can't believe what his mother is planning to do. Who does she think I am? The watching demigods, Brijbasis, sages, birds, monkeys, gopis, gods, all debated amongst each other about how Yashoda Mai will achieve this monumental task. There was a big debate going on. How can she tie the Supreme Lord? Krishna tried to reason with Mother. Do you think it's right that you punish me like this? Father would be much more lenient and he would reason with me. But Mother was determined. You are not just mischievous, but you are also offensive. Whoa, that's a bit heavy. Text 15. When Mother Yashoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was short by a distance of the width of 2 fingers. Thus she brought another rope to join to it. She was always 2 fingers short, so she would add more rope. Krishna was offended by this comment. This offensive, he said, you're offensive. But anyway, he didn't have time to argue or be bound up. He had to play with his friends. There was houses to ransack, ladies to charm. How can you be restrained by some rope? When Yashodamai tried to knot the ends around Krishna's belly, it was short by 2 fingers. She tried in different ways, different combinations, but every time the rope was always 2 fingers short. She ordered more rope. All the Bijbasis participated and cheerfully brought more rope, knowing that some extraordinary activity was happening. They would tie the ends, and Yashodamai would again try to put the rope around Krishna's belly, but it was always 2 fingers short. Everyone marveled at the phenomena. The demigod said that the Lord is medium-sized, infinite, mezzo. I can never say that actually. Simultaneously, and applauded his inconceivable potencies. The Brijbasis were enjoying the occasion, sometimes teasing Yashodamai, sometimes encouraging, sometimes calming, sometimes laughing. It was a show, a magnificent show. Text 16. This new rope also was short by a measurement of 2 fingers. When another rope was joined to it, it was still 2 fingers too short. As many ropes as she joined, all of them failed. Their shortness could not be overcome. So this is Sukadev Goswami is confirming what is happening. Text 17. Thus Mother Yashoda joined whatever ropes were available in the household. And they had a lot of ropes. They had 16,000. No, how many cows did they have? 900,000 cows. There was a lot of rope in the house. But still, she failed in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Yashoda's friends, the elderly gopis in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similarly, Mother Yashoda, although laboring in this way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. Every piece of rope added was intact in its original length, but the aggregate shrank so that it was 2 fingers short. All the rope in the village, palace, cowshed was used, but it was not to be. Nevertheless, although tired, Yashoda Mai did not give up, and her determination was an expression of love. It was an expression of her love for Krishna. The same can be said of her anger and of her sense of obligation to discipline Krishna. Indeed, her entire being was a manifestation of maternal love, and so Krishna accepted her chastisement as such. However, Krishna thought, there is no match. So there was going to be a compromise. There is no match. There is no one to match the loving devotion of my mother. I exist by the grace of the dust of her lotus feet. This is the supreme personality of Godhead. But that love alone is not sufficient to restrain me. Two more things are required. This is the significance of the two fingers with gap. Until my devotee exert themselves fully in seva, service, bhakta parishram, and until I take compassion of them, mat kripa apta, I do not become theirs. So this is important. Love is good. It's not enough. You got to do something. Demonstrate your love. Just to say to somebody, I love you, and then ignore them for the rest of the evening doesn't say much about the love. But if you do something for them, then that's an appreciation of your relationship. So I think let's stop there and continue tomorrow.
So
Because Krishna
Prabhu,
is about to do something. Yes, Shamalini.
yeah, apart from love, it's service, isn't it? That's what he
Yes.
meant, to do more service.
It's yes, service is putting yourself
Devote,
out from
surrender.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Doing something for him and doing it something which is spontaneous, perhaps out of the ordinary. Ordinary service is great because that is what is given by the devotees, by the guru. But Krishna is just, he doesn't limit you. You can, do your very, very best. Like he says here, exert yourself. So even if the guru tells you to do something, you do it. But if you can do more, the guru becomes pleased, but Krishna becomes pleased. You know what I mean? It's not limited to what devotees allow you to do. You can go crazy when you're serving Krishna, and he loves that. So Mother Yashoda went crazy. She tried to bind up the Lord, and he appreciated it. She wants her motherly love cannot see that the whole of the rope in Braj is still not enough to bind my belly. She's still continuing, right? She's not perturbed. She's still trying to bind the boy. But there's another added ingredient that's needed, and that is in order for the Lord to become ours. Of course, we don't want to possess the Lord in any exploitative manner. But in order for him to become ours, his compassion has to be there. So our effort, his compassion. Does that make sense?
Yes. Sorry, what did you say? The last sentence?
His
Our
his compassion. He allows us to become him to become ours. So effort and his daya,
compassion.
compassion. Yeah,
Yeah. We need his compassion. Yeah.
need his
To
mercy. Yeah,
yeah.
his
Okay.
sanction. Yeah, yeah. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. So yeah, so Krishna is about to manifest something now, which we'll cover tomorrow, and this is the reason why we celebrate this pastime of Damodar Leela every single day in this month. Glorious reason, glorious, glorious. Krishna allows himself to be bound. So, any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Bhavin.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody, Nutan Varsh Nabhinandan.
Ah, yes. Happy New Year.
Yeah. You know, when you said Kartik Maas, we hear this Damodar Leela all the time.
Hmm.
Why is the Kartik Maas special for the Damodar Leela, not any other month?
That's right, because this Leela took place in this month on the day of Diwali.
Oh, you mean the tying the
Yeah, yeah,
Krishna?
yes.
Yeah, there are so many story for the Diwali. They said that even the Pandavas came home on this day, Diwali.
Yeah.
You know, five Pandavas. I mean, I
think
heard it on the
I don't
radio.
know.
That's
Not
what I'm
sure about
telling. But
that.
on the Diwali, there are so many other occasion happen. I today I will stop here, but I will find out because I've heard on the radio, and I will mention maybe in couple of weeks times or maybe this week. Then I let you know, because when you say this lila happen on Diwali day, which is very good to hear that. It's good. Anyway, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much.
And you kept saying every time they started, I don't know what will happen now. Will he be tied or no?
Yeah.
We have to see tomorrow now, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you
Hare
so much.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare.
Krishna, everybody.
Thank you. So, Damodar Leela ki jai, Radha Damodar ki jai, Yashoda Damodar ki jai.